Hi, good evening. Well, this video is about how to write a proposal. You probably have seen already with me how is to write a proposal. But in this lesson, I'm going to help you to review the structure, the language, and every detail that you need to know in order to perform a good advanced proposal. So as you can see here in this chart that I have created, you can see a proposal in an advanced level. Usually you have to write up to 260 words, more or less. It has a title and headlines in each paragraph. So you write a title, suggesting some changes, usually in an institution, in a school, or even suggesting some kind of project for the members of the staff in your company sometimes. So in this proposal, what you do is you need to be persuasive by using modals, conditionals, and even inversions, emphasizing your ideas. Use technical vocabulary to refer to the specific changes you want to implement. And this is a formal style in your writing, so you do not use contractions, phrasal verbs, or colloquial expressions. If you want to hear the example that I'm going to read now, just remain calm and try to focus on my voice and what I'm going to say. I'm going to read a sample that it will be also giving you some kind of advice in the content, in the communicative achievement, organization, and the language. And then I will read completely the sample. This is a fantastic exercise, by the way, not only listening, but also try to, if it's possible in some moment, try to use it as a dictation. So if you want, you can try to write down the words that I'm going to say. Let's start with the content. But before giving you the sample, I'm going to give you the task. So the task is this one. Your task for this week is write your proposal. Your company is going to make a video for publicity reasons showing what the company does and the people who work there. Your manager has asked you to write a letter to all members of staff telling them about plans for this video. Your letter should explain why the video is going to be made, what the video will contain, what staff members will be asked to do. And remember, that proposal is always in the shape or with the format of a letter. So you are actually saying something to someone that you know, that you already know. Sometimes you don't know the person, but it's directed to some kind of director or a person that you already know the name or the surname. So there is a formula in starting an opening formula as an email or as a letter, and then another formula to conclude, to close your proposal. So this is usually something that you should have in mind. As well, I'm going to tell you that before you start writing, usually how to write a proposal usually is the typical question that you ask me, well, but how do I perform this? I'm going to give you an example. The first thing, if you haven't written any proposal yet, my recommendation is read a lot of proposals and do the dictation using the same reading that I'm going to give you later. So you just write down the words. So then the structure will be much easily incorporated in your brain and in your voice, we could say. How to write a proposal. I usually ask you to, in any writing, but especially in proposal, use scrap paper. Scrap paper is this hoja de sucio, no? That you have with you in the official exam. Note down the first few ideas and vocabulary that first pop in your mind. So those kind of information that will come to you, just have them in mind, because sometimes they are very useful. So give then later a well-structured order. So just remember the order is an email, and so you have to use an opening and closing formula plus headlines and also a title, as we have mentioned before. Use formal style, no phrasal verbs, no contractions. Remember, you can't use any expression that sounds very colloquial. And remember to use modals and a variety of structures like second conditional, passive voice, or nominalization, because remember, nominalization is when you change the point of view and the subject is not as important as the thing itself. So then everything changes the point of view, and then the focus is on the thing or on the object rather than on the subject. If you want to know more about nominalization, you know that you have in my drive a lot of information, and that I also give explanations in my, and I comment about, I teach also how to use these structures in my private lessons. So say the benefits of doing what you say for this institution, people, and community. So this is a proposal, remember it. So you come up with something different to do, because maybe you don't like what at the end they have chosen to do. So then you are kind of saying, don't do that, try to do something else. Or rather, it's something that you are encouraging people to do something that they are a little bit reluctant to do in the first place. So having said that, now we move to the reading of the example. Listen to my voice, just relax. Remember, I always say to my students that listening should be something done without effort. So it's effortless, and you just have to sit down comfortably and in a very comfortable way. You just listen to my voice and try to understand all the ideas and vocabulary that I'm reading here. Then later, the second part will be, in my opinion, if it's better, if you haven't done it before, a proposal, just write down as a way of a dictation the sample that I'm going to read. And then last but not least is to write your own essay and send it to me by email in Word document. So then I will be able to correct, but when I correct your writings, I'll never delete your mistakes or sleeps or structures, because I prefer that you see and spot your mistakes and learn from them. And I give you an alternative to how things should be said or how things should be written in order to improve the quality of your writing. So let's start with this, okay? A reading of a sample. Listen carefully. Content. The letter must give staff the reasons for making the video about the company. Tell them what the video will consist of and explain to them what their roles in it will be. Communicative achievement. The register should be fairly formal because it is a company announcement to the staff in general. The staff should be completely clear as to why the video is being made, what it will contain, and what their involvement in it will be. Organization. The letter should be organized into appropriate paragraphs, perhaps with separate paragraphs for each of the three elements listed in the question. There should be an appropriate opening and ending, as I told you before, though these do not have to form separate paragraphs. Suitable linking words, suitable. So suit, remember suit is like traje también, no? Suit, no suite, ¿vale? Suit, because it fits. So suitable linking words, and this is important because sometimes you have the tendency to overuse linking words. So just select the appropriate ones. So suitable linking words and phrases should be used to connect pieces of information. And then language, appropriate future tense as well, tenses, because remember it's a proposal for something that is going to be made in the future, so in future better, must be used accurately for talking about the plans for the filming. In this case, appropriate structures for explaining the purpose of actions must also be used. Vocabulary appropriate to the topic of filming and promotion should be used accurately, as well as vocabulary. You know, the right vocabulary, the appropriate vocabulary for the world of work in this context. That is the content, communicative achievement, organization, and language that you have to consider before writing. Now I'm going to give you the sample. Use it as a dictation, as I told you. So I'll start. To all members of the staff, I'm writing to inform you of our plans, to make a video to promote the company. A film company will be coming to the premises for 2 days next month, and they will be filming a variety of aspects of our operation, as well as interviewing various members of the staff. The idea is to give an accurate picture of who we are and what we do. The final video will be prominent on the company website, and it will be shown at presentations that we give in many places and at many events, as well as being sent to possible new clients. It will be an important part of our publicity material. The video will show people in our various departments both doing their work and talking about what they do. Every aspect of our operation will be represented in the film in order to give the broadest, so amplia, no, possible picture of the company and to project the right image. While the filming is taking place, many of you will be filmed doing your work, but this will not require you to do anything different from what you usually do. So nobody should be worried that this will be a stressful experience. So it's saying that it won't be a stressful experience. I repeat that part. So nobody should be worried that this will be a stressful experience. What do we need, however, is for some people to volunteer to be interviewed in the film. Please let me know as soon as possible if you would be happy to take part in a short interview with the filmmakers when they are here. And that's it. This is the end of the proposal sample. Now, remember, it's your turn to complete the task. Send it to me by mail and I'll give you my feedback. If you are a teacher and you are preparing for la habilitación lingüística, que es como la llamamos aquí, ¿verdad? Try to do the same exercise using the same situation, but remember that the company, instead of being any company, is going to be your school or a school that you have in your mind, okay? So just, we will be finishing with this. And remember, if you like my content, if you think that these videos are being helpful, please subscribe to my channel and as well say that you like, comment there below, and I'll see you soon. Bye.